If you clicked on this video, I'm assuming that you've also been waitlisted at your school or schools too. So hi, welcome to the club. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Marissa, and if you're new here, I just got waitlisted for vet school. And it's definitely a roller coaster of emotions when you're like really proud of yourself for making it this far and like everything that you've done, but also like feeling inadequate, not feeling good enough. Like all your hard work could have been for nothing for this year. That's not necessarily true, obviously, like I know that, but like to not have control of the situation. For me, I honestly think is the hardest part. Like my fate rests in the hands of admissions, and that's kind of difficult. But then if you think about it, like it's not bad to be waitlisted. Like the fact that you were waitlisted shows that we're good enough to go through the program. Admissions thinks we're good enough, but they can't accept everyone. At the end of the day, they can only accept a finite amount of students, and we're still like kind of in there, we're hanging on by a thread, and that's something to be proud of. So the biggest takeaway from this time I've learned is just enjoy it. Enjoy it the best way that you can, and take this time to just relax. Take care of your mental health, like take care of yourself. If you're having a bad day, cry it out. I cried a lot in the beginning, and it really helped me get through those emotions. It helped me pass through everything a lot faster than I think I would have if I was just trying to like distract myself and not properly process those emotions. My next tip is start a new hobby. Hobbies are fun, they're great, they can be something that's removed from vet med, so you're not necessarily thinking about it, and it can be something that you're looking forward to that's just for you. For me, and honestly my fiance too, a big example of that is gardening. We love gardening. We're not great at it by any means. I'm a terrible gardener, half of our stuff dies. But this year we started with our little seedlings. We got out our trays and we started sprinkling seeds into the soil, and we're gonna let it wait. So that's another short-term thing that's take a couple weeks for the seedlings to pop up. So like it's fun to look forward to that and see how many pop up or what, you know, we actually didn't label them, which was a huge mistake. Like I said, I'm not good at gardening. So we don't actually know what the seedlings are anymore or like where they are, so it's gonna be a huge surprise. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm excited for it. It's a fun thing that we get to do together, and we wake up and we go look at our garden. Nothing's really popped up yet, but it'll happen, so like I'm excited to see, and who knows, maybe we'll get some vegetables out of it. So I'm looking forward to that one. Definitely not a hobby I'm good at, but it's something that's been fun for us to do together. You can focus on your routines. I'm an annoying basic person who loves a good routine. I love a good morning routine. Honestly, it's been kind of hard to stick with it lately for me, just because, again, this thing is an emotional roller coaster, and like I get in my head, and then, you know, I get anxious and things get knocked off track a little bit. But to have a routine where you can know what you need to focus on to be able to like structure your day or start your day off right has been really nice. So I go, you know, I wake up, I make my coffee, I meditate, I go to the gym, and also working out has been great too for anxiety, you know, getting that energy out of my system. And that for one should be another tip. Actually didn't prepare for that. It should be start working out. It's great. It sucks because I injured my hip, so I can't run. I used to run all the time. That was my big anxiety reducer, but that's as good as it's gonna get for me right now. But that's just because I'm injured. But either way, get to the gym. Go do stuff in the morning before you start your day, so that way you're doing something for you. My next tip is if you're close enough to the school of your choice, or your dream school, or the one that you applied to, whatever it may be, if you're close enough to it and you see that they have an event going on, go to it. Go, like for example, UGA had their open house, and I went to their open house, and I got to see the campus again, and I got to meet active students who are going to school there and seeing different animals and familiarizing myself with the area. It was just nice to be around the environment, honestly. Like even though I'm like, oh, I'm so close to being there, like it was a motivator. It made me feel like I was still connected. And even then I was able to meet the admissions director, and I was like shaking like a leaf the whole time, and you know, it was like a 30-second interaction, but it felt really good. I was really happy to be able to do that because it made me feel involved. Like, get involved and do what you can to participate in as much as you're able to. Because yeah, there's gonna be Accepted Students Day and you're gonna hear of things that you're gonna miss because you're not part of that list. But like, at some point you just gotta let it go and just get involved as you can. I just found out that tomorrow, so I'm a volunteer with the Georgia Aquarium, and tomorrow they're releasing sea turtles that I've been super loosely involved with helping with, but that's what I would love to do in the future. I think that that would be really cool. So this is the first time that I've interacted with animals that have been rehabilitated, and released. And so I am lucky enough to have tomorrow off. So I called my dad and we're gonna go down there and watch these sea turtles be released. And like, normally I feel like I would make an excuse for that, but I just feel like my mindset has just shifted to where it's like, no, like, go do all the things. If something comes up, change, like, just go and do things that you normally would have not done when you were like in your normal routine or whatever. Because like, I get stuck in that sometimes too. This is my favorite tip and probably the most obvious one, but I love it because I think it matters the most. That is, spend as much time with your friends and family as possible. These are the people who love you, who support you, who have been with you through this whole journey. And like, I'm gonna cry because like, they're awesome. Like, my friends and family are amazing. And if I get so lucky to go off to vet school, I'm gonna be a lot further away from them. So it's gonna be harder to see them and maintain those relationships, and just value this time as much as you can and spend it with them. You know, go to sporting events with your best friend. My fiance and I love going to Atlanta United and Braves games, so we go to those and bring friends along with us. We're going to with my parents next weekend to go to an Atlanta United game. Like, I'm like, go do things. And just as important as nights out are and having fun in that regard, like cozy game nights in are also really fun too. Have a movie night. You know, learn to make popcorn from home if you don't know how. That's how we make it, and it's really, you can watch a movie you haven't seen or watch a movie you've seen a million times. I'm a sucker for that with Legally Blonde. That's like my #1 favorite movie. Value those nights too. Invite friends over, you know, and play a new game. It's fun. And I feel like in this day and age we get so stuck in our phones or so stuck on a screen or whatever, and like, to be able to like sit and like screens aren't around and you're just focused on those people and the game that you're playing, like, it's awesome. It's really, really fun. So I highly recommend that one too. Celebrate birthdays and holidays and events. Like, I'm about to go to a baby shower for one of my best friends. She's actually one of my bridesmaids, and I get to celebrate her today, and I'm super excited. And actually, I'm realizing the time now, so I have to hurry up because I have to go. But you know, go celebrate birthdays and be present with these people, because again, like, this time is gonna be harder to get when you're a little bit farther and you're in the throes of anatomy and you can't even breathe. So in closing, ultimately, things are gonna happen the way that they're gonna happen. If you get in, you get in. If you don't, you don't. And you have to accept it. And it's riddled with anxiety. Like, I totally get it. And it's unfortunate that the control is not in your hands, but you just have to ride the wave, ride the roller coaster, do the best you can. And at this point, it's been like, what, 8 months of waiting? So it is what it is. Like, you should have been used to that part by now, honestly. But no, in all seriousness, like, just enjoy it. Do things that you wouldn't normally do. Learn new hobbies. Go do all the things that I've mentioned previously. And I know it's cliche to say, but everything happens for a reason. If you don't get into vet school, there's so many things this year that you can fill that year with, that you can put on your application for next year. And I know I don't want to think about that. I know no one wants to think about that right now, but it's part of the reality. We may have to apply again. So just make this year the best that you can. Make this summer the best summer that you can. That way you look back on it and that you won't focus on the dwelling, hard, like, anxiety, dread feeling, all the words, of this time. You'll be focusing on the time that you spent with your family, the new hobbies that you got involved in, the new, you know, the game nights that you spent with your friends. You'll be focused on those memories rather than the anxiety-filled time that ultimately, like, it kind of is. But I think that kind of clouding it with better things is ultimately like the best. I hope some of these tips helped you. If you have any other ones, let me know down below, so I might implement them as well. Best of luck to everyone who's applied, and congratulations if you've gotten accepted. And you know what? Congratulations if you hadn't, because if you've made it this far, you've got waitlisted, like props to you, because it's still something to be very proud of. And not everyone really talks about that. So congratulations. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of myself. We've got this. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I am figuring this whole thing out. So thank you for joining this journey with me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.